What's going on, guys? We are currently just perusing the west side of St. John. We're just leaving a hidden gem part of the beach here,
I believe
and we're heading to
this.
the next one.
Yeah, I believe this section of jazz is McLaren's Beach,
Yeah,
and now we're gonna head to
C
C
Street.
Street, where Bayshore Beach
Yeah,
is. There's C Street is a lot of nice houses just in St. John proper. It's an interesting layout. It's got the street is backed onto train tracks, but on the other side, it's just the Bay of Fundy. So during the day, it's just you're looking out at open waters and the ships that come in and out. And at night, it's just a void where you can't see anything except the lights off whatever ship happens to be out in the bay, either waiting for the tide to change. And that was one gnarly patch of ice.
yeah.
Lordy.
I had to slow down there.
Um, so yeah, it's kind of like you kind of have peace on one side, but you do have the train tracks on the other. I don't know how loud or how consistent that would be. I know we can hear the trains from where we are. I think you can hear the trains from anywhere in the city,
Yeah,
to be honest. So if you don't like trains or their noises, you might have some issues, but I don't.
I will have an example coming up here soon. The reason why it's more noisy than general, like I think when people think of trains, they think, oh, like that's no big deal. I have trains near me or whatever. But the difference here is we don't have like the barrier that comes down, so it is protocol for the trains to just like start honking and whatever, like their horn and um, way in advance and as they're driving through. For it's a safety precaution.
I do think they're working on it though.
Oh, never mind. This one has it.
They are working on it though. This when we moved to St. John, this crossing didn't have it.
Yeah.
It was only after we moved here. There's one, I believe, at Sherbrooke that also just got them, and I think you're working on putting more of them up. But at C Street, there isn't one.
Yeah.
So the horn should go off. I don't know if it's a difference because it's going into like a kind of a depot. So there's, I think someone's there when they go in, so they might be watching traffic, so they don't have to honk or sound their whistle. But the other thing about C Street is it's kind of again, I don't know if there's any agreements with the train yard or anything like that, but if there's a train in the middle of that crossing, you're stuck.
Yeah.
There's no escape that I'm aware of, unless there's some secret road somewhere else. But C Street ends in a cul-de-sac, so it's I don't know how you would get your car out or how any emergency vehicles would get in.
Yeah.
So either everyone's just prays for the best, or there's some kind of arrangement I'm not aware of. We're also just passing, I think it's Seaside Elementary, just relatively new school. So yeah, we're almost there, just working our way.
It's a cute little
Down
neighborhood
there.
here as
Yep.
well. Very quiet. Nice homes. You do get a interesting mixture of homes here. You get like your bungalow-sized home and then your bigger home. That's been, that's had more work done to it. I think there was like a couple random newer builds. Like it's just such a mix.
Yeah, I'm not sure how recent these houses are. are up. I don't think they're too incredibly new. Most of the houses on C Street are the I think at least like, you know, last decade, last 5 years. So we're coming up on it now. So out front, you're just seeing the Bay of Fundy.
Very beautiful view.
Looks like a cargo ship out on the water.
Yeah.
Are we gonna go on to C Street first or go down first?
We'll go on C Street first, show the homes. It's not a very big long street, so and this is what we're saying here with the train tracks. There's just a stop sign.
So they have to sound their horns again, unless I'm unaware of any other arrangements there are. But I'm pretty sure whatever, you know, train law or whatever it's supposed to actually be called is just horns need to be sound when there's no barrier at a crossing.
Yeah. So, and it does go off at like 2 a.m. as well.
Yeah.
So
have heard that. So this is C Street. There's still some building going on, and there is some like empty lots still. There is still building, and there's not a lot of real estate here. So when it's gone, you're waiting for one to go up on sale, and there's definitely some drainage issues here. I would say.
Yep.
All right, and then
random sheets of ice to look out for, I guess.
Oh, there's nothing in its way coming from over the other side. I assume they would do something to help with that, like put in a grate, because it's all sitting there like that, and there's nowhere for it to drain. So this yellow house we're passing on the right is, I don't think it's sold still, but they're trying to sell it for 1.2 mil, which was really insane and probably not going to happen. So, but it's just, I think as someone's a little bit delulu about how the real estate works here, because I think there's another one on sale on this left side, so not on the bay side, but on this other side that just went up recently for about 500,000. And for this area and for like this market, I would say 5 to 6 is the actual way more reasonable than 1.2 mil. But like you said, if you can get I think you're gonna have to pull to the left of the truck.
Yeah.
But if you can get one of these houses on the cliff here, this is
beautiful view
outside the garbage can.
Yeah.
All you're doing is looking out to the Bay of Fundy. Like I said, all there is water. Not sure how well that's coming across on camera, but all it is this is the Bay of Fundy. So it's just ships and water and some rocks.
I think it is a little harder to see today just because with the weather being the way it is, the water looks more brown.
I think the tide's going out, or the tide's active, so it's churning up sediment in the water.
Yeah, and so normally you would see like a clear blue, not clear blue, but very blue ocean. So today is a bad example, but
that's how it works. It's gonna look like this sometimes. So
yep,
it's still a massive. We've been here before watching just when there was a really wavy day, and it was insane. Some of the waves you'll see, not like
we were here, and just for reference, like the tide wasn't very much further behind this garbage can. Like that's a little dramatic, but it was really not that much further behind.
Yeah. I don't know if you can see it on camera. On the left, there's a walk down, but it was probably right up to there with the waves coming in. So it was a very, very wavy day there, but it was it is nice to be able to come here especially in the summer, and just sit down and relax.
The
But
beach is definitely dog friendly as well. There's just signs to remind you to pick up after your pet, but it is also on leash. However, a lot of people out here just have their dog off leash. I've never run into an issue because everyone that has their dog off leash their dog is pretty good.
yeah,
Um,
but don't be that person who
yeah,
has a wild animal and
yeah,
says things like, "No, she's friendly. She's okay. He's
yeah.
okay. He's friendly,"
Don't be that
and then
person.
is like mauling other dogs
Hmm.
because you're a little delulu.
Don't be that person.
Yeah, no one
And the
likes that. No
reason,
one likes that person. Don't be that person.
and for reference, if you don't know why, you don't know what the other dog is. You don't know if they're friendly, aggressive. That's the reason. It's great that you know what your dog is in terms of friendliness with people and other pets, but you don't know the other person's dog. And if that dog bites your dog, your dog's in the wrong. So that is why. And I think sometimes people don't think about it. They're just like, "Oh, my dog's friendly. It's fine." But
But if your
you
dog
don't
doesn't have,
know the other dog. That's all it
if
is.
your dog doesn't have a good stay
Yeah,
or sit, you shouldn't be having
or
or
recall. Right.
recall. Yeah, you shouldn't be having them
Yeah.
off leash.
Yeah. Even with our dog now, Gabby, like he was a rescue from Mexico, so he is a little like the dog has a bunch of anxiety. Um, and he's like such a weirdo in dog parks. Like when we first got him, he is friendly. It's just like the initial meet, he gets a little, I don't know, like growly, I guess. Like he growls and then he kind of gets like right in like the side of the dog, like he kind of like nibbles, if that makes sense, which freaks out a lot of people. But then I know like 2 minutes later he's running around playing. So I think he's just trying to assert like, hey, I'm the he wants to be the leader. He'll play with you, but he needs to let you know that he's leading. um which some people, it freaks people out. So even with that, I do take him to the dog park, but if I see someone, I turn around and I take him somewhere else. Just because you never know. You never know how the other dog's going to react to that.
Mm-hmm.
And it looks like there's a dog coming up behind us. You might be able to see it in the camera soon. But, um, he could be doing that to another dog who's also wanting to be the leader, and then it's a bad situation, right?
Yep.
So that's just all it is.
Yep.
I also used to work as a vet assistant, so I'm just paranoid. 90% of the emergency cases that came in were from dog park situations, so it's just my paranoia.
Yep.
And my little rant.
Something some people probably needed to hear, but the ones that are needed to hear it probably won't listen.
It's all it is just prevention, right? Like, I think a lot of people, they think they know their dog so well, which I'm sure you do, but when you're outside and they're interacting with other dogs, like anything can distract them. Anything could be a rabbit, it's in their nature. And people will say, "Oh, well, I know my dog, he doesn't do that." It's in their DNA to do that. If you have a terrier, if you have, I don't care how homebound he is, like the minute he sees a rabbit or what, like his instincts are gonna kick in, and your dog is gone, right? So, and it's also the same reason. Like I see a lot of people, they're on their property, but their property is facing a road, and then the dog is fine off leash until he's not, and he's running towards the road and gets hit. Like it's so common. So call me paranoid, but it is what it is.
Yep, this is all good things to know, but this is the view you can have from C Street if you get one of those houses from the cliff. But the other thing, again, one of those things to think of is there's also nothing in between you and the wind here. So if you get offshore wind just coming in something offshore, onshore, if you get the wind coming from the bay, you will end up sorry, I'm just watching this guy's car beside me. Anyways, yeah, wind. So it's just one of those things to think out. It's like your roof might not last quite as long if it's getting pelted by the winds, and the winds can pick up here. So one of those things to keep in mind if you're thinking this is a place you might want to live.